know, it's funny how I said start filming and everyone shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and myself included. I had to talk.
I know,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't
We were having a wonderful time.
Well, you might have something to
No,
say.
nothing.
At the
Yeah,
beginning.
except I do. It's the Welcome to the Moviegoer
Yes.
after show video. This is not the actual show. The show is a radio show and podcast. And to listen to it with this episode and last week's episode, part 1 and part 2, with Oscar nominee.
Well, we
What
got
did you
one
say?
too. We did get one, but I didn't.
Well, Oscar Award winning
My-
producer.
Yes.
You produced a great movie, actually.
Yes,
Not
Finding
a wonderful
Neverland.
movie, a
We're
great
there.
movie, Finding
Yes.
Neverland, and which was nominated. You were nominated for
I
Oscar
was.
for that. And also Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day.
Yes.
Fantastic movie.
Yes.
And the great Michael Misslove. Wonderful.
I'm amazed you could get me.
Well, I am too, as I feel very lucky. These were really good shows. And if you haven't listened to part 1, or for that matter, part 2, you should click on the links to listen, because they're really funny shows. You're a great storyteller. In the last... I'm sorry. And I won't ask you to tell another story, because I did that terribly.
No,
Yes, but did you see?
But we got a good story
we came
out
up
of
with
it, so who cares?
Right. And who thought of this story?
Yeah. So this, 2 questions. And we covered a little of this. And this is not what the shows are about. The actual shows are about you and you and your life and the movies that coincide with different events in your life and growing process of that we all go through.
Right.
And that's what the actual show is about. But sometimes the after show videos, there's interesting stories. We touched upon mean streets, and I think other people are very interested in this time frame in filmmaking in which Scorsese and De Niro and Keitel and all and these people like George Memoli, these New York filmmakers who came from that. From what I guess people refer to the Raging Bull, Easy Riders era, which I call like the golden era of movies,
right?
Which are the late '60s, early '70s,
right?
Where they made movies that you can't make anymore, for money, and you couldn't make before, and they made to me the best movies that were ever made. To me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Movies that you didn't think it was possible to make.
And both of our lists, in some strange way, we're headed into that period.
Yeah. And I should do a little more homework. I should ask more insightful questions. But you have, as we talked about in part 1 of the show, you have a special thanks in Mean Streets. Mm-hmm. We covered why and everything. But, talking about that time with, Stephen Prince and all those people running around in the village, that time of year, what other directors were hanging around? What other interesting people? Because it was such a time of experimentation. Yeah. What was that like? It's such a dumb question. What was that like?
No, it's not a dumb question.
But it's so interesting to me.
Yeah.
And I'll stop talking and let you talk.
No, I hung out with a lot of other comics. You name a comic who was around at that time, and we came across each other's paths, whether it was to sit down for a cup of coffee or to share a bill at a club, or Richie Pryor and Bill Cosby and...
Richard Pryor.
Oh, yeah, Richie Pryor.
Wow.
Yeah, he hated one of the guys in my group, so...
Oh, really? Is that true, really?
Used to rub him the wrong way.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. But I hung out with a lot of musicians. That was my alter thing.
Oh, okay. So you were drawn to the musician.
Yeah, I wanted to be a rock star.
Oh, okay. All right.
I didn't know that.
Well, in my...
Oh.
I'm going to backtrack. I have a question, and you might be able to answer it. There is, in Taxi Driver, there is, the very famous thing, You Talking to Me. What Paul Schrader says is that he was, in the script in Taxi Driver, it says Travis looks in the mirror and talks to himself in the mirror, and that's all there is. And De Niro came up with the stuff on his own. He made a phone call to Schrader saying, "What does he say?" And he said, "Well, by the time we're shooting this, you know the character better than me, so say what you're going to say." He says, "Okay," and he borrows from a comedian at the time. A line that he used to do an act where he would say, "You talking to me? You talking to me?" A New York comedian. Do you know who this comedian is? Because I never heard that.
Probably.
Does that sound like a familiar, famous actor? Maybe he just stopped at a nightclub. And I always had a question.
No, do I know it off the top of my head? No,
but okay, all right, all right.
Probably figure that out.
But were those people all because did De Niro and Keitel and George Memoli and Steven and all those people hang out and all those people? There are people that are in all those Scorsese movies that are in all of the movies in some way.
Yeah, it was like a rep company. There's a guy named Richie Romanus.
Richard Romanus, whose son is a very good actor. So, I'm
still friendly with his mother.
Oh, okay.
Tina, a wonderful singer, wonderful person, and we met the grown-up.
I see why I should be there. You should be here.
Met the grown-up version.
I'm sorry.
No. Here,
don't move.
Move in here.
Don't.
No.
All right, move.
Yeah.
Hurry.
I'm a producer.
All right,
Get in here. All right, there. See, now it's working?
Yeah.
This will be better.
Okay, all right. I feel so comfortable. I think the audience at home feels comfortable watching this. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yes.
Of course they do.
Anyway, I don't know. All right. You can stop watching now if you want, but now I'm going to just ask, what are the rest of the movies that are on your list? Because we didn't get to all 10.
Well, no, because I had to recalibrate them based on...
Yeah.
Films that influenced me rather than films that were my favorite. Sometimes they're the same, and sometimes it's a whole different ballgame.
So let me ask you first, because you went last, right?
I did.
So what was your next movie?
I did. Oh,
well,
all right.
What's your next movie?
Our next movie.
Yeah, our next movie.
Yeah, now we're doing it together.
Okay, now we're doing it together.
Yes.
All right.
No, I mean the movie. You mean the next movie on the list?
Yeah, on the list.
Oh, you see, I'm already trying to sell the movie I'm trying to make.
Then I want to hear about this movie.
Oh.
What's the next movie you're producing?
You see what happened to me? I became a producer. Oh, my God.
You got a plug. I'm sorry. Yeah.
The next movie we're putting together now in development is called Union Square. And it's a romantic movie.
An adult romantic comedy.
In some ways... If I could get Lone Scherfig to direct
you mentioned,
But I think we're going to get a very good director. We've asked at least, I can't even say what.
No, I was going to say, look right in there and ask Lone to do the film.
No, I can't now, because I think we're going to get another director who I also would have liked to have done it.
Well, you just blew that deal.
Yeah, I did.
But
Now, the next one after that, Lone, I'm going to get Lone.
Good.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about, the basic idea of it is, why is it that you meet somebody in your life when you're very young, and you fall in love, and the two of you are probably perfect for each other, you have each other's history, you've grown up together maybe in high school or college or whatever it is, but you always think, particularly men, always think that something out there is better, and so you pass like ships in the night.
Right,
you don't end up with each other. And this movie is about... and then you say, and 10 years later you say, well, she was the one for me. What was I thinking? She knew this. She knew what... when we went to dinner, she knew,
It's that 1 o'clock in the morning phone call.
Yeah.
Hi.
And then everyone you date, you can't... Yeah.
Never quite meets that goal.
Oh, that's
and that's
good.
about the movie, and then he finds her again.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But you're not sure they'll end up together for the same reasons they didn't in the first place.
Wow. Oh, that sounds...
I think it will
I want to see that movie.
I do too.
Yeah, and we will see it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
You're destroying this.
Well, all right, that's it. That's the end of the show.
You see?
She's destroying her sweater, and it's under the chair.
I think it'll live.
I think it'll live. All right, thank you for listening to. I appreciate it. Thank you. Please listen to the show because now this after video is so successful that you're going to clamor to
this new
link.
movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
to the
This is without a doubt the best show of this type that I've ever done.
Yeah. And please
Oh, are
believe
you
me,
being
we've
sarcastic?
done a lot of them.
Okay. Oh well, thank you
It
very
is.
much. That's
This is
very
the
nice
most
of you
fun.
to
I'm
say.
getting my sweater.
And now, did you eat a
There
muffin?
it is.
I did eat a muffin.
But you
No,
didn't
she
eat your
didn't eat her
muffin.
muffin.
Can you eat it for the audience?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I can't.
Well, then
do
we're
that.
out of time.
I guess so.
Thank you for watching this, and if you made it to the end, I appreciate it. But the show is, these are really good shows. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to sell the show. These are fantastic
It's okay
shows.
to sell the show.
But yeah, it is. But they're really good. You should
We
listen
thought
to
they
them.
were.
Yeah, they're really. This is the special ones.
I
the
believe you
first ones.
everything
Yeah.
you say.
So please click on the link above or below, depending on where you're watching this, and listen to the actual podcasts. Francis von Zernick. This the after show video for the moviegoer. I should have ended this 10 minutes ago, but I can't stop talking. Please follow us on Twitter at FVZHeadful. This is the worst lighting. I look awful right now. I know I'm going to go home and watch
you're
this.
worried. What about me?
It's horrible.
I want to see what
you
it
cut?
looks like.
This shouldn't
No,
go
that's,
on.
no,
I
that's
want to
supposed
see
to be
what it
cool.
looks like.
Wait, no, you want to cut because you have traffic, and I
do,
can't
I
stop talking. Bye. Thanks a lot.